Sometimes people get kicked off Iris and not get
But
to
yeah,
pay.
but there are ways to overcome it,
but
and
what
there's
I'm trying-
shortcuts and this and that, and
You know,
administrators rather
what
than
I'm trying to say, can we look at one issue, narrow,
Iris is it?
and to find out what is the problem?
Iris has problems.
Just look at probably like
But I don't know if it's a backbone.
e-government strategies, and then do an assessment of
In
two
one or two ministries?
or two strategies, like whether it's TT Connect or Iris or something like that. So you can just look at those.
You're looking at an assessment in terms of what was the problem before that the reason for implementing the ICT?
Just joint government. So they weren't communicating, and there were systems, there were workflows that involved this ministry and that ministry, but they were.
You know what this came in
And then
conjunction with that whole notion of joined up government.
Right.
That was introduced after New Public Management.
Right.
Yep. So
But unfortunately, they talk about any join up government as a physical thing. We didn't take join up government physically. We looking at ICTs as solving that join up problem.
right. So the thing is that you're looking at the impact, like what impact ICT has on whatever problem was before, or you're looking at the challenges facing
I
in
was
terms of
hoping-
implementing.
I was hoping to examine what we did and examine what somebody else did who did it better, and
You know, he could do that too.
Yes.
He could compare a best practice.
But that's what it
That's
said.
what he
Yeah,
said.
he could do that. He could do that. Compare best practice. But then coming out of that comparison, you see, then I can't make a hypothesis up front now, because coming out of them, it could be culture, it could be politics,
Right.
it could be
It could be more than
funding.
that.
Yeah.
I cannot make a
It can
call.
be,
Maybe
it
all
can be
three.
quality of the software. It can be.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Something like this is outside of most of our fields in policy and politics.
About the best practice comparison, unless
This
we
is
have the
IT.
literature that exists that shows this happened there, this happened there, and this is the problems in this country.
Yeah.
You understand? So I can't come up forward with, it's like to me a treasure box that I don't know.
So should he therefore do what we were like what you were saying earlier then? Should he just evaluate one particular service? We had the backbone was supposed to help us do this, has it done this? And then he could
And
look
then
at the
you
best
could do your
practice.
best practice.
Be very specific, because instead of doing that macro thing, because just like Prof is saying, there's so many issues that we as public officers could all identify that would cause, we know why it's not working.
Now there's
But-
a lot of data available in terms of why this worked and why it didn't work. And then we have, I'm sure you have, I see you have something where the government actually have surveys done. And perhaps what we could do is start looking at that data in terms of what they have coming out of their surveys and identifying something. Instead of recreating the wheel, let's look at, you have the raw data. Let's look at when they send out their surveys, what they say are the basic problems, and take two of those things and actually back it up. And still do the best practice.
Just one final thing that we may want to use, but it's going to develop during the time of your creation. That's open government data. Open government is an initiative that started in 2011.
Because there's a data in it.
No, but this initiative is open government, which is moving beyond the electronic government. And if you want, you can read up on it, because there's this debate on the convergence between the delivery of public goods and services electronically and open government data, access to information. That's the debate on access to government information, which is primarily about some of the things in the government services and what services are offered, but also the data itself, data sets, etc. So that is a very new field. That field is, in terms of literature, you get a lot.
But you
It's
have
like
a
2 years old.
No, but you see, you could develop it in the evolution of the different types of government.
Yeah, you can. Once you do that, it's cutting edge.
Without
But
going into the big quantitative part that I'm afraid of.
yeah, the methodologies, you can work out, but that is the global trend right now is on open government data, open government partnership, and as I said,
but wouldn't there be a problem if it may be a trend out there? In
No.
many other
No,
countries?
but
it is a trend here
No,
too.
it is developing here.
5 weeks ago, government approved an action plan, a national action plan for Trinidad and Tobago for the implementation of open government partnership for over the next 2 years.
Actually, it is keeping with that, you know.
It is, and I think you could do it.
Instead of going, you
After
know,
2 years, you'll get the action plan and the evaluation.
I think what he's trying to avoid is going into the technology of that.
So if you're interested in that part, I can give you some stuff because I'm the independent researcher for Trinidad for the next 2 years to evaluate that action plan. But that is the big thing happening out there. You know, how can government open up or increase access to its information, data, etc. for persons, you know, for citizens to make better decisions and to know what's going on in government.
So will there be metrics that I can gather?
Yeah. Actually, there are different components in the plan. You can go onto opengovernmentpartnership.org and you'll see the national action plan. I can put you onto Bash.
I would have done it a little bit differently with that. Yeah? I would show the different evolutionary styles of government.
Right.
And
To lead up to that point.
I would assess whether culture or political culture is an inhibitor to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the direction. Instead of going
So
straight
even
like
though initiatives change, there's still something that results in this not working.
Yeah.
What are those factors?
you could develop that, but without the quantitative thing, you know, getting in depth with it. Still using your technology part, which we're not going to do. But we're going into the evolution of the different kinds of government. We're going into the open government, and I think that's a good idea. And we actually want to test now why or why not this open government with all these strategies may not succeed as planned. Is it because of that Westminster system of voting or the way the government
It
occupies?
also has
All cultures.
Part of the thing will be a big political component of it, which still doesn't lose your part of it, but supersedes it with something else.
and then you'll be the only PhD in open government in Trinidad and Tobago and Caribbean.
But we could also take the other strategy to look at what the survey said and identify to us. But we still have to go in depth with you on this.
I'll examine them both. So if we were to take that, let's take one of them and examine how it would change my question, because that would channel
It will
how I
not
think.
change your question significantly. What will change is the surrounding environment.
Yeah. Because instead of doing something that, you know, is fairly old,
Basically what we're doing
you're
is
doing
changing
something,
that
you're
one.
doing this.
Remember I told you that this is this.
Yeah.
We could take e-government, we could take anything.
And that's what I want. As I said, I don't want it to be a technology thing.
No.
It has to
Well,
be.
if it is technology, I will have to move as a supervisor. Eh?
But there is
The intention was always that it not be a technology thing, because otherwise I would.
there
Yeah.
is that convergence in the disciplines happening.
If it is a
Silos
technology,
are being
if
removed.
it's a technology thing, they might send you to computer engineering or something. You
No,
know,
not necessarily.
but no, I can't do it.
There's a lot, yeah.
If it's
But,
technology, I cannot do it.
well, if it's pure hardware,
Yeah, I
software
can't.
thing,
I can't.
but, you know, yeah, there's
But
that
I
significant
think if you
convergence
go with
happening in
the open
disciplines.
government, the evolutionary forms of government, I think it's an easier PhD topic. Not an easier PhD, an easier PhD topic to really grip yourself.
And you're looking at what year to finish? 2018?
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
good
the outside
because,
window.
because the first report would be completed by 2016. for
Once you
Trinidad.
finish
So you
your,
would have
listen,
another
once you
one.
finish your course, then let's sit down, we'll get your data and look forward, or I'll look at the two options. Alright? So in the meantime, you have to be the singing from it.
So
We're
perhaps
all
next
being
week,
uncomfortable. Alright with you? Good.
with next week, we
No,
can
no, you read, first of all, read up. Gel your thoughts, look at it, look at both your options, and then come to me and say, do you think this will work? That gives you a little time over the holidays to really think through things. And spend some time with your book.
There's open contracting, there's local legislatures, there's so many things happening in terms of being able to increase government accountability and the use of technology. And it's not necessarily where it's primarily IT or it's primarily political science, but that integration, because disciplines by themselves are no longer relevant.
But I can see a nice literature developing around.
Yeah. This is not.
I can see.
And it's all new, so.
Okay, anybody else has a thing they want to raise? Courtney, I'm not hearing you at all. What's happening? Are you alright in thinking of a plan?
Yeah, I'm thinking of a plan.
Dana, you alright?
Yes, right.
You sure? Karen?
Yeah.
Paul? Tell me.
Send me your John computer and STA. My Gmail is not on that one.
What is it? Tell us. After I'm not staying too long, my dog died. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Older John. I'm not hearing you at all. You're supposed to have a plan prepared. No? Please work on your plan. We're not coming back to this again. By the way, people, once I leave this, I'm not coming back to your academic literature. I'm not coming back to your plan. All I'm doing is now is reading and going forward. My life very short. I can't go to be taking over and over.
People, please clean up after yourselves, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slices of pizza. Please eat them. Take them home.
What else happened there?
Which one you want to prop?
What's it that?
There's Spam and there's the Hawaiian.
Okay, give us one of each.